All right, welcome back. World Cyber Games 2007 Grand Finals, Round of 8, WarCraft 3, heating up on stage. Kind of a good term there because HoT won that last map. HoT taking a map in decisive fashion from Spirit Moon, looking good in that last matchup, and really it boiled down to one battle, maybe some healing scrolls, and some decent micro from HoT. Spirit Moon has got to be unhappy with his performance in that last match, Tom.
Yeah, definitely. And what really worries me for Moon is it wasn't that his strategy was wrong. It's that his micro wasn't as good as HoT's micro, and micro you can't really fix in a very short time period like this. As we see the map for this next match, it is Turtle Rock. Now, the most interesting thing about Turtle Rock is the close spawns. You can spawn right next to your enemy in either the top left or bottom right of the map. It's the closest spawn out of any map, which will be played here, so that would be very interesting to see.
All right, welcome back. We are ready to get underway here. Turtle Rock, round of 8. HoT taking map number 1. Moon needs to win this matchup if he wants to stay in the competition. Moon certainly one of the top competitors here for WarCraft 3, and you guys are Moon fans or WarCraft 3 fans, you want to be down on the floor in front of the stage ASAP, because Spirit Moon is about to do battle right now.
Yeah, and I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. Moon's Night Elf Mirror is his weakest matchup, so he could lose it again, as we've seen him do in many major tournaments, losing to Night Elf players.
I like how you put it, Tom, when you said that Moon's Achilles heel is Night Elf Mirror. That's a good way of categorizing the way Moon plays. He's a very strong player, and he wins pretty significant matches in a very strong fashion a lot of the time against a lot of top players, but every time it comes down to a mirror match, he seems to break down in some sort of way, and we're going to have to see how he can fare in this matchup.
Yeah, and we see opposite spawns on Turtle Rock, so once the players recognize the situation that they're in, we will probably see some sort of Tier 3 tech like we saw last game with Bears. Very standard build orders from both players. The Ancient of War coming out, the Altar coming out, and the Moonwell. So we're seeing exactly what we saw last game. And from last game, one interesting thing is that we saw Moon go with those Dryads earlier. Now, what do you think about Moon using Dryads in that last match early on?
He went for them earlier on. I saw HoT mix them in as well, and you said they were definitely beneficial. I don't know what the impact was on his economy or anything like that, from getting them too early in the game, but he wasn't able to hang on, so he wasn't able to put them to use. It seemed to come down to a melee battle for the most part in the end of that last matchup, and the Dryads seemed to be sort of accessories to what was going on.
Yeah, Dryads seem to be better in those battles where Rejuvenation comes out and they have to cancel that, but we weren't really seeing any of that in that last match, so those Dryads really had nothing to do. And we saw a Demon Hunter from both players. They're going to be using their Ancients of War to creep once they get those first Archers out, so they'll be creeping those greens. Both players starting those very, very quickly, and again, this is definitely a mirror match with both players going with the very, very standard strategies here on Turtle Rock.
So both players opening with the same sort of opener so far, at least, in terms of what heroes they're going to select and what creeps they're going to attack early on in the game.
Now, I'm interested to see if Moon switches something up here. I'm not sure if he's confident that he can beat HoT at the standard Tier 3 bear battles, because he just lost him. Maybe Moon has something he can fix from that previous game, but he might want to switch something up so he doesn't get into the exact same situation that he had to play last game, because obviously that didn't work out for him.
So maybe we'll see some hero change for the second hero potentially, or second tier unit change for Spirit Moon. And maybe in the end, he won't even ultimately go for the bears.
Yeah, as we see Moon creeping here, he'll just take one over there for the item. HoT, he actually doesn't go for the orange creep near his base. I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe he thought Moon wanted to go over and harass him. And it looks like HoT's actually taking this creep camp here. He'll actually creep it rather than just killing the one ogre for the item. So already we're seeing some slight differences in the strategies of the two players.
Now, Moon, you know, I like your comment, Tom, because you said that maybe Moon will switch something up. Moon is also a very sort of non-one-dimensional player. He seems to read and react to situations very well. And that's something that seems to set RTS players, some RTS players, apart from other RTS players. You know, some RTS players just sort of have one strategy that they practice all the time, and they can't deviate from that. But the best RTS players will take knowledge that they've gained from unsuccessful attempts at a strategy and then change their strategy based on the mistakes that happened in the last game.
Yeah, and every single map slightly different, so you need players who can recognize what happened in that previous game and then be able to carry that over into their next match. And you see Moon here, he'll be creeping this Goblin Merchant early, and those Goblin Merchants are absolutely key creeps in this match. One of the things which they drop is the rune of the Watcher, which gives that player permanent vision of that area, so you will always know when the other player is coming. And it looks like HoT will also be creeping that, even though he's going to be creeping it slightly later. And he loses one archer to the creeps. Definitely players of this caliber should not be losing any units to creeps. And both players will probably be getting level 3 fairly quickly. Looks like HoT will probably get it when he finishes off this creep here. And he actually got a bad item, the Talisman of Evasion. That's actually one of the skills that the Demon Hunter has, and it doesn't stack. So he will have to sell that for whatever gold he can get from it.
So creeping is the name of the game right now. Both players trying to level their heroes, trying to get to level 3. There you see HoT going to get that easily there, buying some dust of appearance there at the Merchant. And it looks like we're seeing some scouting going on here from HoT. He's got a wisp inside the base of Moon, trying to figure out what Moon's tactics are going to be in this matchup.
Town is under siege.
And I believe that both players have either hit tier 2 or they're very, very close. And I saw Moon's altar is summoning some heroes, so he will not go with the neutral Naga. We have not seen what that hero is. It is the keeper of the grove. Now this could be for some sort of tier 2 push, and both players will be going with that. You can use Entangle on that, which will keep units stunned while you can focus them down. And Ancient of Lore also comes out for both HoT and for Moon. So maybe some more tier 2 fights on this map rather than taking all the way to tier 3.
All right, so we have some action early on, mirror match type look here for these two players, and Demon Hunter on Demon Hunter in the middle of the map, right by the tavern. Mana Burn coming out from Spirit Moon, and you know what I like about Spirit Moon is when he loses, he seems to come right back out with some fire in his belly in the next match, and that shows the spirit of a true competitor, and that's what I like to see. So Spirit Moon right now has got to be ready and saying to himself, I can't have lost that match, and now it's do or die. If I want to make my mark on this World Cyber Games competition, if I want a shot at that gold medal, I have to make it work here.
Yeah, and as we see, HoT has one fewer archer than Moon. The reason for that is he lost one fairly early, as we see both keeper of the groves coming over, and looks like HoT will be trying to creep here early, but Moon probably knows what's up, so he'll probably try to stop him from getting those creeps out too early. And we will also be seeing the heroes from both players will probably be heavily focused because Entangle can be used on the enemy heroes, which will trap it, while the range units, the archers, will be able to focus down. Now Moon with a fairly good play here. He is creeping with his Keeper of the Grove, while his Demon Hunter will harass and try to slow down HoT. So that seems to be working out for him. But the downside of that is his creeping army will be slightly smaller, and he will take some damage from that as we see the creeps going down.
And now we see Moon caught creeping here by HoT. Demon Hunter on his own, 1/3 HP there. Moon going to quickly get out of there. But he's creeping at the northern point here in the middle of the map. These big giant turtles, giant sea turtles, and level 2 on the Keeper of the Grove there. He's going to go for Thorn or as his first ability.
Yeah, that actually be his second. He probably went with Entangle first. And HoT, we see a Druid of the Claw from him. That means he'll be going for Tier 3. And for Bears, no Dryades from him. We haven't seen yet whether Moon is going for Tier 3 or if he's going for Dryads, but I believe he should be going for Bears, because Bears, sometimes you'll leave them in the back of your base, because when they don't have Bear form yet, they fall very quickly. So you can lose maybe two Bears, which is 500 gold, very quickly. So you'd rather leave those in your base, as we see one join his army there as he's creeping out the gold mine. Both players are creeping the exact same places here. They know what the best creeping pattern on this map is.
All right, so a few more creep camps left here for these guys, all the way to Tier 3 now, excuse me, for both of these players.
And just like last match, both players have to wait till Tier 3 when the Bears get their Tier 3 upgrade, turning them into Bears, which make them much stronger. And it looks like HoT has that. He has turned his Druids of the Claw into Bears, and but he's just going to keep on creeping. Moon should also have that upgrade done very soon, so we should be seeing some sort of fight very early between these two players.
As you said also in that last game, Tom, that we were waiting to see these guys hit 50 supply to see when they would square away. They're both very close to that level right now because they will not hit upkeep until they move beyond that point.
Yeah, Moon is currently at 47 food, and HoT is at 49. So looks like HoT's going to check out this creep here, and Moon crept that earlier, so he can see what the keeper of the grove was buying there, and it looks like both players bought 2 scrolls of healing, and this is changing things up for Moon. Last game he didn't buy any scrolls of a healing, and it looks like HoT's going on the offensive into Moon's base while Moon continues to creep.
All right, so Moon creeping here in the southern portion of the map, and HoT's going to make the push now into the upper portion, into Moon's base. He's got several Bears. Here's the TP in from Moon, going straight to Bear form now. The level up on the Demon Hunter for HoT, and the battle's about to begin, but Moon at an immediate disadvantage, having to TP in. Can't get his Bears as easily micro to the front, but HoT going to back out anyway. He was able to take out one of those Moonwells, and that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, HoT came out on top there. Both players had to use a town portal. HoT killed one archer, I believe, and he got the Ancient of Lore down. And what that means is both players, you generally need 2 of them to build all the Bears which you have. So if Moon doesn't have that, he can't build units nearly as fast as HoT can. As we see HoT pushing past 50 food, that means he will probably be going on the offensive very soon with probably four more Bears very quickly. Now Moon, as we see here, he's been creeping more, but he has to counter that with HoT being very offensive, and Moon's probably gonna have to use one more town portal here, and he does have one on his keeper of the grove as HoT continues to go on the offensive here.
All right, so you see one Bear there for Spirit Moon getting trapped inside his base. There's the TP in. I don't know whether he ran away and bought one or what, but it looks like there we go. Bear form for Spirit Moon, going to try and drive HoT back from his base. Mana Burn being used there on one of those Druids of the Claw. And now HoT is forced to back down again, doing damage to one of those Bears for Spirit Moon. Nice micro by Moon, taking out one of the Bears from the battle. There's another one here in the back for Moon that's low in HP. Here's one at the front line. Oh, Staff of Preservation at the last second being used there by HoT. HoT looks like he's ready to get out of this fight, but a couple of his Bears getting tied down by those Entangling Roots spell cast by the Keeper of the Grove. Let's see what happens in this fight right now. It's been pretty even so far, but Moon's Demon Hunter looks to be low in HP. HoT looks like he's ready to lose a couple of these Bears here on the left-hand side of your screen. You can see one at 1/3, 1/4 HP now, very low. Moon's Demon Hunter is also very low, using Potion of Invulnerability. Backs off with the Demon Hunter, and it looks like it's pretty even.
HoT's Demon Hunter fell, and this one looks to be very close. I think HoT killed 1 or 2 extra Bears, but losing his Demon Hunter will set him back very far, and he almost loses 1 Bear there. Great Staff of Preservation. Moon looking for the exit kills while HoT heads back to his base. And level 5 on that Demon Hunter, so very high level heroes for for Moon here. He is five on the Demon Hunter and almost 5 on the Keeper of the Grove as his last bear is killed off by HoT. He only has level 3 on that Keeper of the Grove, so Moon has much higher hero levels from all that creeping.
Yeah, wow, that was a crazy battle that we saw there in that last minute there, Tom. Moon was able to use that potion of invulnerability. Both Demon Hunters were looking really weak, and Moon was able to use that potion of invulnerability, micro his Demon Hunter back out, and HoT was still stuck in the thick of everything and just died, basically.
Yeah, and food counts here, I believe Moon's up by about 10 food, meaning he saved roughly 2 more bears, which could be a huge difference in this match, and it looks like Moon has a huge comeback from that first game where he lost to HoT. It's looking much better for him in this matchup. And it looks like Moon will probably be going on the offensive very soon. This map has been pretty much creeped. Every single creep camp. There may be 1 or 2 left, which Moon could go for if he wanted level 5 on that Keeper of the Grove. But it looks like he'll be going straight over to HoT's base. He is confident with a stronger army and stronger heroes, and that's basically all you need in this game: stronger army, stronger heroes, and he should have this game locked up.
Seems like a good point for Moon to launch a counterattack right now. HoT seems to have used all of the Moon Wells in his base, healing up from that last fight. Moon's got plenty of his bears. He's taking the fight to HoT's base because HoT was on the defensive after that last fight, so it's not HoT who's pushing back against Moon, who can use his own Moon Wells, so it's HoT in his own base. But let's see, looks like Moon backing away again now, and this may give HoT some sort of chance to regroup here, or possibly even creep and level up his heroes a bit more.
Yeah, and HoT really needs much higher hero levels to be much closer to Moon. HoT is creeping this camp here, and Moon is creeping the identical camp on the other side, and he's solo creeping that with his Keeper of the Grove, and you see level 5 on the Keeper of the Grove, so level 5 for both of Moon's heroes. He does have the hero edge, and that should be a good help for him, and he has definitely pushed past 52. 50 food. He's at 62 food, and I believe HoT is still at the 50 food mark. No, he's pushed past that to 58. And both basically level 4 and almost level 4 for HoT. So he's back by 1 full hero level, which in this game is very far back, and it looks like Moon is now ready to try and finish this game off. He is going to start running over to HoT's base.
Moon moving through the middle. You see HoT with a Wisp set there in the trees, and that is a scouting unit basically there just to see when Moon's going to walk by. So he's already accomplished his purpose, but Moon's going to go ahead and kill that Wisp anyway. So Moon doing a bit of a juke there, Tom. He killed the Wisp, acted like he was still going down towards HoT's base, and then backed off. Maybe he's going to hit it from a different angle, maybe wait a couple more seconds. But HoT's prepared, ready, and waiting at the moment anyway. Here comes the Demon Hunter out for HoT. Moon trying to draw him out. Mana Burn being used there on the Demon Hunter of Spirit Moon. And now Moon's going to have to micro those bears to the front. He's got the Archers and the Dryads in the front, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for him. HoT's already got his units all set up inside his base. Here we go, though. Looks like we're about to on the cusp of a battle here, as HoT and Moon are at a bit of a standoff directly outside the base of HoT.
And one thing to point out here is HoT's army is just as large as Moon's here. The food counts are actually very equal. So it looks like HoT brought that back after that battle. He was down by a good 10 food.
All right, so here we go. The Demon Hunter coming out first. Staff of Preservation there on Keeper of the Grove. And let's see here as the Demon Hunter moves in. The first one, Demon Hunter on Demon Hunter, mirror on mirror action. And looks like bears as well. And it's going to be a knockout, drag-out fight right now as Moon micros his Demon Hunter back away from the fight. His Demon Hunter is about half health right now. There's the Demon Hunter of HoT on the periphery of the battle. You can see him low in HP, about 1/4. Keeper of the Grove for HoT being microed back as well. There, HoT ready to lose his first bear. He loses one. He staffs the second one out. And it looks like Moon could have the advantage here in this battle. I see a lot of low bears.
Demon Hunter, though, Demon Hunter went down for Moon, and HoT staffed his Demon Hunter back. So this could be the comeback that HoT need, but it doesn't look like he has much of an army left. Moon doesn't either, but he's got all of those breakthroughs. And the Demon Hunter falls for HoT, and he throws out GG.
Wow, Moon losing his Demon Hunter in a crucial moment there at the end. but able to pull it out and stick it out for the win. Nicely played by Moon, and that was a good fight, but I think that previous battle put Moon with a little bit of an advantage, and he came in maybe with a little bit of an air of confidence, maybe the fact that he was coming in attacking in his opponent's face, whatever it was, Moon was able to take that win, and now we're going to force the third map to stay here.
And that third match will be on Twisted Meadows, so we will see that third and final matchup, and that should be coming up very soon here. We're going to see if HoT will be able to maybe change something to be able to cope with Moon. Now, the only real difference I could see in Moon's strategy was that extra scrolls of healing, which he bought. That and his extra creeping was really the only difference with these two players. The micro looked very even for both players.
Absolutely. So more WarCraft 3 guys from the large stage, the main stage here at the World Cyber Games 2007 Grand Finals. Coming up next, there you see Spirit Moon.
Okay, here we see the map for this third and final game. It will be Twisted Meadows. It's a four-player map. Plenty of creeps on this map. So Moon could go for that creeping edge, and the bases are fairly close, but not that close. So we will probably be seeing more Tier 3 teching out of both of these players. Although in Night Elf Mirror we have seen huntresses out of players or expos coming up pretty soon.